Nintendo 64. Some say the worst video game system ever made. Simmons says that.
What are you doing?
That was in the mug.
You said the game feels like butt to play.
Dude, that is most games on this system.
This is why Majora's Mask is not the Zelda game you think it is! It is a poorly paced, padded game! Here I go!
I love that game.
The best fighting game on the system.
But no mercy. They're fighting each other. Doesn't that make that a fighting game?
It's an interesting conversation, Kenny.
Yeah.
Maybe you should make a YouTube video about it.
Hey, right?
I think we're writing too big. I'm writing.
Yeah, we're ready
We'll
to
figure it out.
Diddy Kong Racing! Diddy Kong Racing! Mario 64. Zelda Ooch.
This Mario 64 game's kind of good.
My favorite
You know?
video games.
Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. Oh!
Well, then me and Simmons are probably also going to get in another argument.
It's Mario 69. That's
Nice!
Yeah.
Mario 69. Okay.
You know, there's like 3 007 games, or at least 2.
There's only one.
All right.
Is it my
I
turn?
might be out. Chat's gonna get me to think. I might legit be out.
You could put another one. Think of another fighting game on there. But to some people, it might not. It's not considered a fighting
You're right. That one should be up there.
There you
it's
go.
the best version.
game. You do it.
Yeah. No, you do it.
No, that's you.
Are you next?
I have some other games.
Okay. All right. That's a good call.
Yeah.
That is a good call.
Smash Brothers!
Never mind.
Hey!
Ooh,
okay,
That's a big brain.
That's a solid.
Big
That's a
brain.
solid one.
Resident Evil 2. Nah.
Why?
We put.
It's very good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
technically,
It's the first game to ever have a randomizer.
it is true, but also is like in many ways inferior to the PlayStation version.
Alright, I'm putting it on here. It needs to be on here.
What?
Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Okay.
Majora's Mask. Probably gonna get cut. But I'm putting it on here.
Damn. That's. Ooh.
Scratch that off right now.
I have this really good one.
Did you realize that Gex is sex with a G? All right, can we start delegating now? Because again, chat, the point of this is that these aren't the best games on the system. They are the best games on the system, and your mother is ugly. All right, where do we begin? What are the obvious ones that might need to go?
Road Rash 64. I'm sorry, Ken.
All right, and then get Sin and Punishment after that too.
Ooh, that's it. You've never even played Sin and Punishment.
Who fucking has?
Many fucking people.
15 people in this chat.
Let them have it, chat. Let them have it.
All 15.
Fucking
of you.
amazing rail shooter.
All 15 of you.
I think that's fair. Road Rash 64, obviously there's a stand in the room for it, which is fine, and we've played it.
It is a lot of fun. It is ugly as fuck, but it's a lot of fun.
Sin and Punishment, another cool game, but obviously, like, there's other rail shooters on this list that are substantially better. Kenny, you got it on there, right? We're happy.
Yeah.
Simmons got Sin and Punishment. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Come on.
All right, let's go. Delegation, mark off this, and
Simp and Punishment.
Simp and Punishment.
Defend Harvest Moon 64.
Not the very, very first one, but it is like it is a good one, and it brought a lot of people cozy gaming.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley would not exist without Harvest Moon.
Yeah, the foundation of Animal Crossing. You know, I get it.
in a sense, yes. What are you doing?
That was in the mug.
Simmons. All right, let's do it. Let's come on.
Dang. Here.
How do you keep losing the pens, Kenny?
They're right here.
I've given you 2.
No, you gave me one.
Scratch
I
it.
gave you 2.
Let's scratch. We got to move on.
Can I cut a game I put on here?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we've done
last
that before. If you know that you just wanted to talk about a game, that's fine.
I cut Paper Mario.
All right.
It's good, but it's what you said. It is an 8 out of 10.
Okay. I have one that I can nominate
Okay.
based on specifically, I can't play this shit. It's Turok 2.
You guys have weak brains, weak eyes. But yeah, the frame rate kind of would go.
This is the notorious game that sort of awakened that in people to make you realize that, like, oh, a massively fluctuating frame rate can
Like,
really fuck with you.
If Digital Foundry did a frame rate analysis on the N64 on original hardware, the frame rate thing would look like this.
Yeah. It's also coming back.
Yeah, in pod form.
And literally getting a new turn.
I think it's a great game. It has some of the best graphics on the
think it's a
system.
great game.
It
Would
has-
you agree that it's not, like, up there with all the other FPS god tiers?
Okay, we don't need any really angry Matt McMuscles coming down to extract revenge. But
No, we've already
my
started
personal
wars.
feeling is Truck 2 was really cool, but it's not the best.
Okay.
Beetle Adventure Racing. Some of these other racing games don't have a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Mario Kart doesn't really feel that fast. Diddy Kong feels really slow. That's just my thing, because when I saw it and I played, it doesn't really feel. Beetle Adventure Racing actually felt fast.
My argument's almost the same for Beetle Adventure as it is for, like, Wave Race. Where it's like, they're cool games, but when you hold
Race was
them...
great. They're both mine. I don't mind, like, if
This
I
game,
get double.
this game's positive influence on this list is 90% water.
Yes, that's what it was.
This game is the most Sega game Nintendo ever made.
It's true, because Sega also made
Like-
those games before.
Yeah, the announcer, the presentation, everything about Wave Race 64 just screams Sega, even though it's a Nintendo-made game.
Yeah.
Realistically, do we see this in top 10?
It's close.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on so we can cut Smash Brothers.
Would any of you defend F-Zero X's top 10? I think it's cool because it's one of the only 60 frames per second games on the system.
Performance-wise, it's cool. I think controls-wise, it's cool. I remember looking at it, like,
Yeah.
why did it look so bad? I don't think I liked F-Zero until Sega got a hold of it. I'll be completely honest. Like, I thought I'm like, oh, this NES game, I'm like, that's neat. And then 3, 2, 1, go! Like, oh shit, this shit's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I mostly-
the final lap.
I feel
the
like-
way Sega did.
Most of my experiences of F-Zero are like audio cues and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
You've got boot power. Last core. I think it's gotta go.
Yeah, it's gonna go. I know. It's an 8 out of 10. Cool game idea.
Yeah.
Fun game. It was like, oh, this feels like something that's
close
only
to
really possible on the N64, at least at the time. But is it like one of the primo rare games? No.
It kind of feels like a tech demo.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Anything else.
It's a more fun version of Pilot Wings. I'm gonna say Vigilante 8.
Man, fuck
argument.
you! It's the
My only
it is
argument.
the best car combat game ever.
It is. And my issue is that it is a car combat game. You start counting, it's not gonna feel good, man. We've only cut like 7.
It's not gonna make sense.
Okay, can we do a double dose, a Decker dose? Yeah. All right.
Fair.
Double Dick and
I
Decker.
like 1080. I bought 1080, but 1080 doesn't
1080.
have a ton of courses.
For some reason,
But
because
it's a good
I do have something to
vibe.
say about 1080. 1080's board felt huge.
Work your body to work your body, work your body to work your body.
Work your body, work your body, work your body, work your body. Push it in.
I'm an MK fan, but
Yeah.
It is like the best of the old MK games.
not necessarily. And people love it because there's so much, but to me, even as an MK fan, even like in its prime,
You like
I
UMK.
own both versions.
You like UMK3?
Yes.
I get it.
MK3 is a much better.
I'm
like,
just
yeah.
glad we got another fighting game on this list.
Yes.
There's no one to stand this game.
No.
Simmons is putting it up there almost like it was going to be number 30. Like, that's my only argument. You
Yeah.
just put it up there to put it up there.
Majora's Mask, considered by many the greatest N64 game.
Yeah. I think it's the greatest game of all time. Scratch it out.
Hold up.
Okay. You say
Hold up.
give it its piece
Hold
before.
up.
Give it
Hold up.
its piece.
This is why Majora's Mask does not make top 10. So if you want to do the critical path in Majora's Mask, you just want to play the game, do the crit path, do the main story, here's what you got to do. Let's say you beat Snowhorn Temple, the second temple, right? Snow Peak. Time reverts back to day 1. You start in Clock Town. It is now time to go. You have to go to the ocean to get to the third temple, okay? To get to the third temple, you gotta get to the ocean. To get to the ocean, you gotta hop over a fence. To hop over the fence, you need your horse. To get to your horse, you have to go to the ranch. To get to the ranch, you need to get a giant bomb. To get a giant bomb, you can't get your horse back unless you agree to kill the aliens at night. You agree to kill the aliens at night. But then you just in 2 places. Half of the Zora eggs are in the Gerudo Fortress. Half of the other eggs are in a trench in the ocean. Of course, you do all this Metal Gear Stealth gameplay. Here's the thing. Every single egg requires 1 whole bottle. Okay? So if you... After you've gotten all of them, you have to get them all back to the aquarium, and you have to do this. This is why Majora's Mask is not the Zelda game you think it is! It is a poorly paced, padded game!
No, stop! Make him stop! No! He's telling the truth!
So I'm cutting Perfect Dark.
No, you're not.
Because GoldenEye is
No,
GoldenEye.
you're not. Hell no. It's one of the best games on the system.
So 007 and Perfect Dark are making it.
If it has to be that way.
If it has to be that way. I almost disagree, dude. I think it's like the best basketball game ever made.
Save it for the arcade. Save it for the arcade.
Fine.
There it
You
is.
do it, Kenny.
I'm not gonna get Simmons to defend any like big sports game, maybe outside of Blitz. Ogre Battle 64.
It's a great game. Here's why I won't defend it to the death.
There we go.
It's great as it is, and it's like the only fucking strategy RPG on the system.
Sure.
It's very well made.
And on a system that almost has no role-playing games at all.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and Command & Conquer, StarCraft, those are RTSs. This is a RPG
With RTS bullshit.
with RTS elements.
What is like a good example of that? That's
Unicorn Overlord.
Unicorn
If
Overlord.
you've
What's the
played-
Saturn one called? It's
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force. Thank
Right,
you. Just
right.
like Dragon Force.
Dragon Force is
Gone.
probably better than Ogre Battle 64.
Well, then it should definitely go because Dragon Force is good, but it's not that great.
There we go.
What are we looking at now?
We're getting close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
No,
Four
you
more.
counted that twice.
Oh, 13, so 3 more.
Ooh.
I got one on here that I think should go.
Okay.
Mario Golf.
I would rather play Mario Golf than Mario Party 2, but I'm not winning that fight.
Ooh, nah.
I'm not winning that fight.
No.
So,
He's
No,
not.
you're not.
All right, Mario Golf, bye-bye. I don't love Smash Brothers on N64 personally.
I think it's a great game, but every Smash game after it was better.
In the comparison of like, dude, does Smash Brothers 1 knock out Mario Kart? Or even Diddy Kong Racing? Or some of these other games that are legit super fucking
I'd rather
good?
play Smash over Party, over Kart.
You ready to play Smash?
Yes, I would. Especially 4-player.
I could honestly make an argument of Smash Brothers over KI Gold.
More quintessential 4 players.
Fucking controller, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Would you argue cutting both of them then?
I'm arguing cutting KI Gold first, and we look at Smash Brothers hard in
Yeah.
comparison to some other shit on here. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. I wanted to get a fighting game up there, and I like KI Gold a lot, but it ain't KI 1. Mario Kart 64 to me is quintessential top 10 N64 game. Like,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the big battle with Simmons. Diddy Kong and Mario Kart.
Diddy Kong's significant.
I loved Mario Kart, like fucking great. And then when Diddy Kong Racing, I'm like, holy shit, that just makes so much sense because I would always love if the karts could go on water, or I would love it in the plane. This game felt so slow.
Skill issue.
we're getting into deeper conversations here because we're still trying to argue out a top, 11 to 10 input delay. I remember this game.
That's because the game's made in Britain.
Yes, thank you.
I'm just saying.
That's another thing.
This game felt good to play.
Yes.
I don't think it does.
I-
I really, really don't. The 2D sprites are stiff as fuck in this game.
Are we
Hell
arguing
no.
that 2 of the premium racing games of the system feel kind of bad to play?
Especially in today's abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay.
Here's the only way we could find
as this
peace.
shit is.
This is the single-player experience.
Sure.
This is the multiplayer experience.
Right. You want to play Mario Kart or Diddy Kong?
I
It's
think
like Mario
you just
Kart.
want Smash in there because legacy or name or whatever the fuck. But it's like, is that really what you go on? You said the game feels like butt to play.
Dude, that is most games on this system. Like, let's be fucking. This game also feels like shit to play. Like, let's be completely. This game, in many ways, feels like shit to play. Like, you gotta get used to so many games.
Banjo-Kazooie.
The N64 comes with a controller that natively is like trying to do some weird shit, and none of it particularly feels super good. It's boiling down.
Yes.
It's 2v1. I think we have to take down Diddy Kong.
Let it be known I disagree entirely.
You're allowed to. I've disagreed on several other things.
Let it be known.
Simmons
Diddy
fought
Kong-
very hard.
Simmons is Stan Diddy Kong Racing. I'm
Simmons
outvoted
fought very hard.
2-1, but I will die on this hill.
I kind of feel like it's either take away Diddy Kong or Perfect Dark. Can we crash out Diddy Kong? Come
I will
on.
have no part of this.
Can we get to a top 10 already?
I'll have no part of this.
Simmons is upset.
I'll
Let
have
it
no
be
part
known.
of this.
Let it be known.
No part of
Simmons
this.
is pissed off.
I'm pissed off.
He's pissed off.
I'm pissed off. Diddy
He's
Kong
pissed
should
off.
have always stayed. Pissed off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! Woo! We did it! That's a top 10. The top 10 N64 games. And I think this feels kind of fair.
Yeah.
This feels pretty good.
Those who say No Mercy should go, it's still one of the best wrestling games.
I am shocked at how many people were wanting to gut that game.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't get it.
No. Nintendo fans.
Did you guys play these games?
Like, all these wrestling games that come out to this day, they don't feel good. They don't feel good at
I
all.
won't lie. So to me, wrestling games were dumb.
Yeah.
And then because I played fighting games, wrestling games
Yeah.
are stupid, right? So that was the mentality. And then WCW NWO comes out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, revenge is cool.
Yeah.
This is actually fun. 4 players.
Fucking felt like
Damn, I'm playing with people. Everything about No Mercy is that game but better.
Yeah. Like the wrestling games on the N64 are still better than the stuff that's coming out now.
Nintendo?
Nintendo.
I'm even willing to put mine at 10.
Kenny's actually nominating No Mercy
Yeah.
for top 10.
I'm fine.
For 10.
I have another game that I nominate for number 10. Mario Party 2.
Sure.
I would put No Mercy up over Mario Party 2.
I'm fine with Mario
I'm
Party
fine.
2 at 10.
Okay.
Mario Party 2 at 10. Really? Okay, go ahead, finish.
No Mercy, we just agreed on this.
That's fine.
Okay. We just literally agreed on this.
Do you have something you want to put at 9?
Did you have something else?
Yeah, Mario Kart. You fuckers had your day in the sun.
Nope.
What do you think? Smash? I mean, I said Mario Kart. You two figure it out.
Ocarina of Time number 8.
I object.
You're wild, bro. You think I'm wild?
I'm fine with Smash. At number 8. Simmons, you think Smash over Mario Kart?
I would, but
Ooh.
2-1 don't matter. Smash at 8.
I'd put Mario Kart over Smash.
You would.
Yeah.
Me would also.
Yeah, there we go.
Big brain, small pad.
Yeah.
So we're debating 7 and 8 between like a Smash Brothers Mario Kart situation.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying 8.
Yeah.
You're saying you want Mario Kart at 8, Smash at 7?
Smash wherever. Mario Kart at 8.
Simmons doesn't feel strongly about this, Kenny. We feel that
I feel strongly at Mario Kart at 8.
he just feels something about
That's what I'm
one
saying.
thing.
You guys
here's the
figure
thing.
out. You guys figure out 8. You heard my
He's
8.
compromised.
And like when you had these games growing up, and we had both, we played more Mario Kart than Smash.
Yes. Which is why I put Mario Kart above Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the we
So I
had,
said, I leave it to you guys. You heard my argument.
we had the cartridges. We had them both, and we chose way more Mario Kart over Smash. But we played them both. But we played Mario Kart more.
And then I'll do Mario Kart number 7.
I'm gonna give this one to Simmons. I'm gonna give him a birthday present. 007.
We're working on it. 007 number 6?
I'll give that to him as a birthday present.
It's a birthday
What
present.
we got left? Well, I mean, are you gonna put Mario Kart over 007? I know you're high on that game supply right now, but over 007?
We played those games.
Mario.
I played the N64 an ungodly amount of hours, and
Yeah, I think that feels good.
and like these games, Mario Kart, 007, and, like you know, it's funny. Like No Mercy would have been like way up here
Kenny's a
because we
traitor.
played
That's
that.
why he put it in 006.
007
There you go.
number 6. All right.
For your video games, Kenny?
What?
Never mind. I said for
Video games?
your video games, Kenny?
So, our top 5s between Zelda, Ocarina of Time, never heard of it, Star Fox 64, Banjo, Mario 64, and Perfect Dark. Simmons, where's Banjo looking in your general
Yeah.
perspective? Where's Banjo going?
2? You kidding?
2?
Number 2.
Are you kidding? 2.
Okay.
I know it's not gonna
Yeah.
get there, but 2.
Yeah, there we
Please,
go.
come on.
Put it in.
The only thing I'm going to fight you guys on this one is it's above Star Fox. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all I'm gonna argue.
I will try to get Star Fox as high as possible. Because my next argument is Star Fox 64 over Perfect Dark.
I think Perfect Dark's a better game through and through than Star Fox.
So the reason I'm asking Star Fox or Perfect Dark because that's what feels like number 5 and number 4 right now.
Yeah, that's
Either one taking up that spot. I don't see Star Fox making it to a top 3. I think that's kind of weird. Great game, but is it top 3 in 64? No.
I think Star Fox feels fine at 5. Star Fox always felt like the 5th best game on the
So I would definitely want Star Fox above Perfect Dark, at least for me personally.
You know what? I mean, have it.
Yeah.
Have it.
What about but
here's
Kenny?
why
Kenny
you
doesn't feel extremely about this.
I will say, here's why you can have that. Star Fox never got better after N64.
It's still really fucking good.
Shooters got better after Perfect Dark. Although arguably they rarely had as much content, but they obviously got better.
That's a good point.
Star Fox died on the N64.
Yep. And in the same way that, like, yeah, Sin and Punishment came later, like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but it's like not as good as Star Fox in many ways. It's cool.
Which is why I would say, yeah, you could put Perfect Dark at 5 and Star Fox at 4.
Yeah, Kenny.
Oh, I'll allow it.
All right. I think because I am a Panzer Dragoon guy,
Yeah.
so I come from.
Which
I
y'all
hail
should
from
play.
that land.
Y'all should play Panzer Dragoon, especially Zwei. It's like Star Fox, but a billion times more interesting.
All right. Top 3.
Woo.
Number 3.
We know.
Ocarina of Time.
Nope.
No.
All right, we're gonna say the number 3 game at the same time. Countdown from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mario
Banjo.
64.
What did you say, Kenny?
Banjo.
I said Banjo.
Yeah.
Mario 64.
Banjo.
But this is fine.
I know you'll.
It's
Simmons
fine.
Banjo stand.
It's a 3. Come on. I mean, 3 is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I can see the argument. I definitely can see the argument for Mario 64 over it. I just like the adventure aspect of Banjo and the level design and the music even, strangely, crazily, not even that crazy. I like the music more, man. I like the presentation, the music, the adventure-ish design. Mario 64 is like freeform, and I get that, and that's what makes it really cool.
We have come down to the top 2 N64 games, and is it a shock that it's a toss between Ocarina of Time and Mental Mario 64? Is it a shock that we are here and we have arrived at this conclusion? Not surprising at all, actually.
Zelda's number 1.
I think Mario 64 is better than Zelda Oot.
No, Ocarina is better.
See, I was teaming up with Max a lot this whole time.
But not now.
I know.
God damn. So that's my argument. My argument is that
Not now.
I'm a late bloomer to M64 as well as Oot. Late bloomer to both. I played Oot with Simmons like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
I've forgotten most of that game. I played Oot after Twilight Princess, and I'm just like, so Twilight Princess is just better.
Yes.
Like, I just like it more. And I wasn't in the mind space of being there at the time in 1998 to experience that. I had friends playing it, and it was like, you know, they were into it, and I was like, okay, you know, Metal Gear Solid though. Mario 64, the exact same thing. Sort of dabbled in it, tried it, saw it a lot over the years, but just never played it. Sat down and legit played it a year and a half ago, and was like, fuck, that shit was fun. Like, that shit led me to some very enjoyable moments.
Yeah, because Mario 64 is like a parkour playground of a video game.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then I understand it. Like, I get why people constantly defend Mario 64, because as much as this game has a caveat, the camera is a nightmare. It's like Banjo-Kazooie, it's kind of like, oh, you got 2 characters, you got a bird and a bear, but this one's like, they're 2 entities. Like, you have to have 2 brains to, like, be able to occupy the space of how you operate the camera in Mario 64,
But-
as well as the character. But the natural experience of, like, moving Mario around and doing shit, within the first hour, I'm like, I get it. I'm not winning this shit. Like, I know I'm not. I know you're never gonna get like FF7 to not win a PlayStation list. Maybe Metal Gear will take that, or you're not getting fucking Zelda to not win an N64 list. I get it. But all I can say is that, like, god damn, dude.
Yeah.
This is why I will argue this. N64 was a flop of a system, relatively speaking. All things
Yes, it bombed.
It had 3 revolutions. It had Mario 64, it had GoldenEye, It had Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Those 3 games were some of the most influential, are still some of the absolute most influential games
Every Mario game is still that.
ever made.
Yeah, like every
made.
most Mario games that are mainline Mario games are just Mario 64 extensions. You know.
That's the one thing about you can say about N64 is like, it may have failed, but it actually paved the way for so many
I love
games.
N64. N64.
So
Dreamcast.
the
and
thing is,
64.
though, is that everything you said about Mario is true, and it is a crazy, fun, cool parkour play.
But it's not Ocarina of Time.
But Ocarina,
It's like the
moments.
adventure game.
I know people are going to argue Mario 64 is immersive because of controls. Zelda was one of the first times you had a game where it felt like I am in a living,
Yes.
breathing world.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are like fireflies that like dance around and like shoot off sparks just randomly in the
And you
forest.
engage with them and interact with things and
Yeah.
like
You feel things.
I understood it when I was playing this, when I was solving dungeon puzzles, where it was like I think the first moment where I was like, whoa, was the shoot the arrow through the candle type shit to light the rope on fire.
Yeah.
As soon as I was like, oh, that's how you want me to be thinking about this shit? Cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. And that's something that like would be fairly difficult to like solve, much less portray to the player in a 2D game. Like this was like, yeah, that's why this is possible. Like this game promoting shit like that. I was like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Once you understand what they had you do in this shit, you know, and I got it. Even in
and
like 2012.
To piggyback off Simmons, like when I played Mario, it felt like a fun fucking ass Mario game and a fun experience. But like what Simmons says, like Ocarina of Time is like, I get goosebumps thinking about, and you really do feel like you're on this adventure. When you jump off the waterfall for the first time and you go on this big dive, I'm like, my God, I think about that. I'm like, fucking hell, that feels so fucking sick.
True player
And it was-
immersion shit.
Yeah.
Right,
And then when you first get the horse and you jump over the fence and then the music kicks in and Hyrule Field.
This was a video game. This was trying to create a world.
Yes.
Like
Mario
this, I got
64.
swallowed by a whale, and now the entire dungeon is in the belly of a whale, kind of thing.
Yeah, to be real, like Mario doesn't really try to create a world until Sunshine.
Ocarina of Time is tied for me for my like 3rd favorite video game of all time,
Yeah.
which is why I have to put it at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I'm
I
not gonna
can't.
fight.
As much as I would love to put up a fight, and I think there is a fight with Mario 64.
Of course.
It's very hard to take Oot and not say it's the.
And here's the thing, you could like you could probably look up, 20 like Nintendo 64 list, and there'll probably be switching a lot. You'll probably get Oot at number 2, and you'll probably get Mario.
I would say 90% of them, Oot is just number 1.
Oh wow.
90% of them.
you
Here's
go.
the thing. In many situations, Oot isn't just the number 1 N64 game. It's an
number
FF7
one.
scenario. It's the
Yes.
number 1 game.
Yeah.
It's like the game, the video game. And so it shall be written. I had a defense for Mario 64, which I felt was met with
get
compromise
it.
and praise.
Yeah.
I get it. I just think
I love them both.
I think if Mario got a little closer to immersion like it did with Galaxy and Odyssey, yeah, I would actually be debating that. But like Zelda Ocarina of Time, I don't know. That was an experience.
Yes.
One was like, I'm having a great time playing this game. Mario 64 holds my current record, my lifelong record for the longest time I sat playing a video game without a break.
Damn.
Mario 64?
Yeah. On my birthday.
Damn.
22 hours.
Jeez.
When it was brand new.
Yeah.
And we got it rented from Blockbuster. We like snatched it.
I don't think I've ever actually played any game that long in my life, even FF11. Somebody just said, what about Majora's Mask? Whatever you do, do not rewind the stream. I'm going to tell you right now, do not rewind the stream. It's the last thing you want to do. Do not. If we're talking about Majora's Mask, do not go backwards on the YouTube video or the VOD. Please don't. It'll be the end of you.
Yes.
So there you have it, chat. The Nintendo 64 Yo Video Games Top 10 N64 games.
I'm mostly happy with
Mario
this.
Party 2 number
Mostly.
10, No Murky number 9, Smash number 8, 7 Mario Kart, 6 Jaime Bonda, Perfect Dark, Star Fox 64, Banjo, Mario 64, and Zelda. Not bad. Right?
Bye.